Hello, and welcome to another Rangaroo cast with me, Rangaroo, and today we are doing a 3v3 on Gunboat Diplomacy. So, on Team Run, we have Brutoni, Carnage, Run 338, and Makko, and they are going to be playing. And on Team 2, representing Redfor, we have LtDrinksAlot, Goonstwone, and Hawk0920. So, let's speed things up and get things going. We're going to deploy our units, put down their markers. Bruti's going to go into the water, have a bit of a swim, bit of a paddle. As the water part of this map is always very nice to control, gives you a lot of places you can barrage in. Heck, go down that river if you have some riverine boats to help Gulf and Delta. So, they are deployed. And from Redfor over here, I have a bit of a cheap ASU force. A bunch of cheap little units and some T-72 amps, very ground 4C attack. Just a few stuff into Charlie to hold it down. Got a MiG-29S flying over. Just keeping the skies clear. Also has cluster bombs underneath its rings. And we have a NATO helicopter, sold OHs, Chinooks, all coming into capture Delta and Gulf. And Redfor's going to be doing the same thing, but it's time for MI8s and a lot of them with man pads inside. They can land, they can start shooting at these nasty buggers flying around. We have some Strop 2s here. You don't see the Strop 2 too much anymore. It's an Eastern Bloc unit, and not many people do play Eastern Bloc. A bunch of guys more landing. Those MI4s getting shot down. And NATO has managed to get into the town before Redfor. What we do have the Eagles on the ground. And these helicopters are landed, so you can't actually shoot them. Farachagers in here as well. We do have Redfor with a lot of infantry up here, managed to unload. Now they need to start getting into the town ASAP. Now at the bottom flank we do have a Cobra and a Baykook and a Chamsuri. And we have a Nanasuki from Hawk 029 or Hawk 0920. Oh, we have a Super Hornet coming out here to take that bugger out, and it seems like Blufor are going to be taking control of the naval part of the map for now. And Blufor do also have complete control over Gulf, so they're Redfor in a little bit of a tricky position. Lots of topazes here. A lot of infantry inside of them. And I think they are going to be moving up. Some landing craft from Brutoni. Eagle flying around. There's some infantry. The flamethrower guys are fighting the US Marines. And flamethrowers do a lot more damage to normal infantry guys, so the Marines will probably get killed. Some Bradleys coming up. Speed this up a wee bit. Eagles flying around. Marines kiting the flamethrower guys just barely. Using their millimeter great effect. And getting right into the Tiger 2 range, giving them a good broadside of their rockets. And the Bradleys have unloaded. We have a bunch of Rifleman 90s now on the ground. And they're going to be splitting up. This is a very good Bradleys, as they do have the TOW-2 missiles. Napalm being dropped. We're going to go into the RPG squad range. Oh, the RPG squad couldn't even fire off a shot. Well, it did actually, but it did miss. And the Bradleys are now moving around. We'll have a T-62 here. Going to be firing on top of them. Or onto them. Infantry force trying to do an infantry zerg. There was Polish guys over here before unloading, doing an infantry zerg into Charlie. Not the best idea when you have Sea Cobras and a bunch of nasty autocannon units surrounding the open ground. So they're going to get picked off. Blufor still do have the naval part of the map under their control, with the Chamsuri and the Baycook camp in the enemy spawn. Some rocket arty. What do we have here? BM-70. Suppressing them up a bit. And Blufor are moving a little bit up. Yeah, and away we go. Moving up a bit into Delta. Again, some more infantry guys. And I see we had to take quite a bit of his town, as there's not too much Redfor guys in here. All the Redfor are kind of staying onto the side of the forest. Here's the reservists jumping out. French reserve infantry, bolt action rifles. And some CQC against the flamethrower chaps. Marines and riflemen helping out just a wee bit with their miniguns. One Mi-25 here. Gonna be helping out with a bit of suppressive fire. Now the reserves getting out of there. This place has been completely burned up. Well, BVP2 going to be firing on Leclerc, and they actually have a Leclerc here. A very nice heavy tank. That's just going to pick off anything. Fired into the forest. What do we have here? We have a... what's all the way back here? We have a Caesar. You know, Caesar artillery piece. Redfor bring out some more infantry. Over here, got some Panzer Rockies. But they really need to just pour in a lot more guys into this town. They have this place really under their control. They do have a nice force up here. Some Viscarkis and not Stragglers, some very good infantry. But down here, it's just, they need to just throw in a bunch of line infantry to hold this down. Because they're just moving up with that conscripting reserve infantry and they're making quite a bit of progress. Because they really just need to pour some infantry guys in here. Bring out 4 cubs, bloody hell. 4 of them, very good AA pieces when you have a lot of them, but by themselves a cub is absolutely horrible. So having a 4 stack of them should be able to shoot down any plane that does fly over. And Blufor, they're just arming up for naval assault to get a lot of landing craft here. I think it might be a good idea to get maybe a big ship with a big gun to do any ground fire onto Alpha or Bravo wherever they decide to land onto. Because they could either land onto Bravo, could be a pretty good idea. They do have the forest line for a bit of cover. And they also have Alpha, which would be also good to capture as it's one of the enemy's main spawn points. Tigre here firing its ATGMs into the T-62, knocking that out. Some napalm being dropped. And a lot of napalm onto the Blufor infantry, and the riflemen running right into it. Not the best idea. Deku's groupie jumping out. There's some Cobra flying around, but we just dropped 2s in position to counteract it. And that Cobra is going to be mincemeat for the Swiss cheese. Or going to be... yeah. Bradley's moving up, and they're going to get nice shots on the Strop. TPZ Fuchs flanking around. Trying to get the Cooper Van machine gun 3s. And riflemen moving up. Awful lot of them. Just charging right in there. And Redfor at 80% at the moment. Blufor really need to capture something ASAP. Need to neutralize Delta, Alpha, Bravo. They need to neutralize something because they are losing badly. Riflemen making progress. And my 4 coming in to help. We've got some artillery firing down. Some more riflemen coming around the flank. And these guys have managed to garrison inside the building and increase their survivability twofold. Only have for Bradley here, giving some good suppressive. And oh, here we have the D-Day assault here. The D-Day assault. LCM's jumping out, LVTPs. It's the normal LVTP 7s. Baykooks and giving some good suppressive. We also have HC Abrams as well being dropped down. The only like super heavy tanker you can actually fit onto a naval carrier like this, so that's gonna be very nice to have, being able to knock out any tanks that Redfor do bring out. And there's nothing here, just that one hind. And with most naval assaults, people usually don't bring up AA. The only AA they really have are ships. So it's always good if you ever get naval assaulted, it's always good to bring up helicopters. Because if you keep them away from the water, you can usually use that to kill all the nasty ground units that do get brought up. But if they do bring in AA with their naval assault here, yeah, it's usually not a good idea. Redfor bringing out some MiGs and Su-22s to try and kill some of these ships, but they're flying right over. They're trying to get the Abrams actually in the LVTP. Not the most prioritized target, I would say. Stunning the Abrams a bit. The RM fleeing for its life. CV managed to get killed, and Blufor made us bring us up thanks to a naval assault. Delphin flying over, going to be dropping in some two Delphins actually. Yeah, that's going to drop right on top of the LVTPs. Speed us up a wee bit. Got a bunch of harpoons moving up onto Delta. Very good CQC tank. Due to a rapid firing gun. Great against infantry and lightly armoured vehicles at close range. So yeah, BMP kind of annihilated. Sends them Mox directly. And now Alpha is under their control. Or will be soon. And Redfor bringing up some more stuff into Delta. Got a hind here, some more infantry. Got Spetsnaz. Spetsnaz is a great idea, as that's going to annihilate any infantry that does come up. But they really start bringing some stuff down into Alpha, because they're losing Alpha. They sort of want to have control over Alpha. Because if they get Alpha, that gives them a good excuse to go into Bravo. And then into Foxtrot, Echo, and right into your sidelines. And again, a second CV into here. Always good to be safe and sorry. Okay, a third CV. The Humvee actually got killed, and I think his M35 is going to get killed as well. Ah, not good. T-72 in a perfect position. Just shoot anything that does come out of a spawn. There's some Redfor guys coming into his forest, some T-72s and A-25s. And the LCM's doing a fake landing, just hanging around by the tree line. That BW, that BMP, taking pot shots at Champ Suri. We've got an A-10 Thunderbolt here. We're flying over, firing its Mavericks onto the T-72s, and then flying off. Another T-72 coming up onto the BMPs. A lot of BMPs. And they did sort of get killed. Anyone shooting that down A-10 before he could escape, but getting shot down in the process by the Stingers and the Roland. Oh, a bunch of Hawks here. They keep bringing out a bunch of weakly armoured stuff that can easily get spawn camped. They're really going to get some heavy, spawn some heavy armour and just trying to kill these git shakers there. Doing quite a lot of damage. Sea Cobra. Flying around. Reaching 3 ML. Trying to go straight for the Cobra, but only managed to shoot run down. Thanks to the help of the Strop. Is that Shamsuri gonna die by the... It almost dies by the BMP run, but it runs out of ammo. So a bit lucky here. We've got a T-55 coming up into Alpha. Great idea. Try to neutralise the point. Abrams being brought up. Conquerors, more T-55. Sea Cobras now. All getting burning up the spawn point. MiG-23ML getting a Sea Cobra and dying in the process as well. Sending a suicidal MiG to try and shoot down helicopters. And with 11 minutes left, Blufor do have a lot to catch up to. If they really want to win, they're going to have to take Bravo as well. Bit of lag once again. Still a bit of a stalemate back and forth here. No one really moving up in between this no man's land of an area. Both sides really just focusing on the bottom flank. Rocket artillery and the landing boats. Pretty harmless landing boats. D-72's moving right up into the Marines. Getting the Abrams just before it dies though. Hates FJBs also come up. But they don't have a machine gun, so they're going to get into AK range if they want to start firing. DJ so, and the FJBs do have the manpad, so they'll be able to shoot down the Sea Cobras that do fly very close. And now I do have Alpha back under their control. They're starting to respawn stuff and starting to kick Blufor out of Alpha. So it's really not looking good for Blufor at the moment. Onto rocket artillery, onto the CV, and all barely survives. 1 HP left. Keeping to do real BMP runs. You have a bunch of Marines still in this forest, and I do have that long-range LPG, long-range lawn, like 800 meters. So we'll be able to ambush anything at any vehicles that do come up. Hind here, good old Hind. Some tanks moving up into Bravo, and this is what they need to do. A bunch of LAV-25s and a recon sheet for good luck. They managed to kill at CV. That's going to give them the +1 advantage. Now if they can hold on to Bravo, that'd be even better. Get a CV onto that, even better. Now doing that for Black Hawk, unloading some TACCOM command infantry. And that's going to give them a +3 advantage. They're going to need that +3. 60 minutes left, they're going to need every single drop of a point if they want to bring it back. And they're bringing up our Avenger to take out the Sokol. Get some more infantry to land into Bravo. And this is going to need every single point. Spetsnaz moving up into the infantry. It's going to be taking them out. Oh, they are out of RPO, you know, out of their napalm launchers, so they're going to have to use their machine guns. That kind of loses the deadliness of the Spetsnaz. Blufor, they can actually bring up the CV into Delta and try to neutralise that. Bring them up to +5, and that +5 would really bring them up to a great advantage. So as I said, they really just need every single point. Every single last point. LtDrinksAlot bringing up a command infantry to try to neutralise Bravo. It's going to be hard to retake Bravo from Blufor. Do you have that Kukia with his cannon and Navy cannons or something you don't want to mess with? Free M1A on Abrams being brought out. Very heavy tanks. They're going to be moving up. No AA cover though, so Hind and planes should be able to knock him out with relative ease. Another Abrams for good luck. He's going to be moving right up into Alpha. Probably trying to knock out that T-55. Sea Cobra's coming up as well. Blufor is desperately trying to get as many points as they can. A +7 now. What did they kill? Wait, what did they kill? Oh, they captured Bravo. +8. Oh, and they captured Delta. Oh, that is very good. Gonna Leopard 2 CV. It's gonna be very hard to knock it out. And now our +8. Blufor is catching up relatively fast. And that might just bring him the victory. You know, he needs 100 points at +6 advantage. That is very doable. They just need to keep up this momentum. Abrams is throwing themselves into Foxtrot. And if they can take out the BRDM too, that'd be even better. And Cobras is flying over. Blufor is trying to kill as much stuff as possible. As much stuff as possible. Now +6, they have overrided Redfor. And I think that may just be the victory for them. They are going to get point victory, and that is going to be a very good game to Blufor. That is actually going to be technically a draw, as it was very close in terms of points, but Blufor did technically win due to their points. But yeah, another great naval so from Blufor around the bottom side of gunboat diplomacy, and just having naval. Never ignore naval. Never. Never, because that always happens. You just get naval D-Day just so around your flank, and then you have to spend a lot more money just trying to repel the bloody invaders. So, just, if Redfor got a few ships out, all they have is a Baekuk and a Chapsuri. Very easily killable with just 1 or 2 boats could easily knock out their entire strike force. But yeah, very good match there from Blufor, just bringing it back right at the end. And that's all I have time for.